Alright, welcome back. I finished the world quests, and I turned the quest in, and then she had me give out another piece of the fruit. So, next up...
The Nightwell calls to me.
I am glad you are here. This Khadgar, the archmage who found my message, has called a meeting. He wishes to meet us by the entrance to the city as soon as possible. Will you accompany me? I have the strangest feeling that he will not be alone. It's about time.
Be careful who you trust.
This is it. Now we're finally going to have everybody here. Now we're going to finally bring the full might of the Horde, the Alliance, and the Kirintor against Elasan, Surmar City, and the Legion. We're finally going to... I'm making it more... building it up more than I probably should. It's not as vast and large as you may think. But this is kind of where it starts to be... where, you know, they show up... They finally kind of show up here, and they're finally like, all right, let's get ready. So, like, you can see, there are some forces here. So you can see that, like over here, yeah, you can see the Kirintor here. The Lisser's there, Khadgar. Ramath and Liadrin. Now, let me just say, this is kind of the point where I started to actually become a big fan of the Blood Elves, and especially Liadrin. Liadrin is awesome. Right now, I'm a huge fan of hers. And this is also where you can start to see why the Nightborn end up joining the Horde. Because they send Liadrin and the Blood Elves, which makes sense. The Nightborn, you know, are one of those elven races on Azeroth. So, of course, the Blood Elves would come here, because think about it. They relate to what the Nightborn are going through. With the, you know, what the Nightborn are going through with the Nightwell is not that different from what the Blood Elves went through with the Sunwell. So they understand what they're going through. They relate to it. Liadrin perfectly understands what the Lystra has gone through. So that's who the Horde sent, which makes sense. Now let's see who the Alliance sent. They sent Verisa and Tyrande. If you give me just a moment, I will help show you why the Nightborn were more willing to join the Horde than the Alliance. Because there are still some people to this day that wonder why. Also, she has a different, looks like a different sword this time. Because I'm pretty sure she had Quell Dalar. You know that sword you could get in Ice Crown back in Wrath? That eventually went to Liadrin, but apparently she's wielding a different sword this time.
The fate of
Hello
our
again,
world
champion.
hangs in the balance.
I see we are all here now.
Thank you for coming. We are here to discuss our mutual interests.
I understand the struggles of the Nightfall and echo our own, First Arcanist. Addiction, betrayal.
There is a cure for our addiction, but it will take time to administer it to all of our people. First, we must oppose Elisand and cleanse Suramar of the Legion's filth.
Cleanse it we shall. The Cinderai bring righteous fury upon our enemies.
And the Shaldarai are stronger than you expect. When the time comes, we will fight beside you.
Thalisra, your knowledge of the enemy will be crucial in the battle ahead. We shall call on you as needed.
I answer to the light.
It's time to get to business. We cannot afford to tarry. While we are not setting up for a prolonged engagement, we must still have a war camp of some sorts. I do not expect the Nightborn to stay patiently in their city while we plant stakes. They are starting to build their defenses. Go in there and see what we are up against. You will strike them from within while we finalize our preparations.
Fight well. Anaria Shala.
Alright, now let me see if I can get the dialogue. I'll talk to the listeners, but let me see if I can get the dialogue from these two over here. I can imagine what Verisa's about to say to me, since I'm an orc, I'm part of the Horde.
Baladash
For the record,
Malanor.
I counseled against trusting any Horde in this campaign. I have lost a husband and a king to the treachery of the Horde. I see no reason to trust you now or ever. Keep in mind, that's not true. You didn't lose a king to the Horde. You lost your king to the Legion, to Gul'dan, not the Horde, because the Horde didn't betray the Alliance of the Broken Shore. Despite what Blizzard likes to say to hype up the crowd at BlizzCon. The husband thing, that's debatable. I mean, that was more... I think that was more Garrosh, and you could say, well, it was that Horde. That was not the real Horde. Our Horde's the real Horde. Not that one. Not the one that Garrosh was in. That was insane. Now let's hear what Tyrande has to say.
What would
Until
you
next
ask
time.
of the Kaldorei?
When I let you take the Tears of Elune, I assumed the next time we would see each other would be at the final battle with the Legion. I did not expect to see you in the company of mana addicts at the footsteps of the city of my birth. Speak quickly, Orc. I am not in the mood for Thylistra's petitions. This is the same attitude that she gave to Thylysra when Thylysra went to her and pleaded with her, begged her to help her people. And Tyrande turned her away. And people wonder why the Nightborn joined the Horde. This is like, and these are Alliance players. I've heard Alliance players say, how come they joined the Horde? And I just say, Tyrande. And this is not the only example. If you do the allied race quest for the Nightborn, you get even more evidence as to Tyrande's approach to them and her attitude towards them. But you also get more with Liadrin and her understanding of what the Nightborn have gone through and how much more what's the word I know the word I want to use, I just forget what it is. Diplomatic. Liadrin was far more diplomatic, when it came to these kinds of relations between allied factions and allied races than Tyrande was. Because, of course, this goes all the way back to Warcraft 3. This is one of the big reasons why I've never liked Tyrande. Ever since Warcraft 3, when she heard that the Horde and the Alliance in the forest say, we're here to help defeat the Legion, her reaction is, oh, so they're gonna run rampant through our lands? And I'm like, did you not hear what they said? They said they're here to help you. And then she proceeds to go kill members of the Horde and the Alliance. This is before the Night Elves joined the Alliance, by the way. This is when she just thought, beings that are not Night Elves, we must kill them before they go through our forest and our lands. Even though they said they're here to help you stop the Legion.
There is a time for patience.
Just,
and a time for action.
Alright. Now let's go back and talk to the Lystra. It just drives me nuts. Also,
Our
Ramith has something for me.
isolation has ended.
We must move quickly. I must save as many of my people as I can before the attack begins. Word has gotten out in the city that there is a safe haven with us, and some no longer fear exile. Venture into the Grand Promenade, champion. Find those willing to join us and let them know that it is time that they made their escape.
The Shal'Darai
serve
will
silver.
be redeemed.
We must learn much about our long-lost kin if we are to fight them. We dispatched one of our scouts to infiltrate the promenade and gather intelligence. The Sentinels sent their own scout as well. Hopefully she is as smart enough to not get herself killed before reporting in. They have not returned in some time, and we must suspect the worst. Find them, and we shall see what we are up against. Okay.
We have overcome much.
By the way, just ignore this other stuff over here. This is some stuff I was working on off camera. Stuff I'm, because I finished off all the Outland Dungeon Hero stuff, so just kind of ignore that. That's stuff I'm going to do on my own time. A checklist of things to do and get finished. Alright, let's see here. My disguise. It doesn't matter because I need to slay them. had turned off because I was going through a bunch of Outland dungeons.
You cannot harm us!
I know it seems pretty easy to harm you. Oh, these guys are on our side. Firestar Demolisher!
Nightborn will rule this world.
In your dreams. I'm like, I don't think you understand what the Legions here do. They're not here to let you rule this world. They're here to destroy this world.
The elements will crush you!
Sargeras doesn't want to rule this place. He wants to destroy it. Because he wants to start completely over. Anyone who understands the mentality of the Titans could be able to help answer that.
None shall stop us!
I like how they're like, go slay a bunch of them. Oh, this guy's now making his way over here. Nice. I had this big behemoth here help me out. Sweet.
It's too far.
Ah. Bad camera angle, my bad. Yeah. Advance forward! Advance opposition! The Dawn Guard, yeah! Advance the troops! This is what I've been waiting for us to bring our forces here to take this city back for the Nightborn. And free these people. Illusion. What are you hiding? What are you hiding?
It's too far away.
What? Just one more. Ah. Alright, let's see. Gotta go find those, agents. See if they are okay or if they have been taken down.
Who goes there?
No one. Nope. I went to the wrong building. Oops.
We are chosen to rule!
Here we are. Ah. Where'd they go? Right there.
Victory
Reinforcements
lies
over
ahead.
here.
The
There
reckoning
isn't
is
much I have
at
to tell
hand.
you.
Anaria Shola.
The Magus in charge of the defenses here is powerful, perhaps too strong, even for both of us. Fortunately, the Sindorai know a thing or two about magic. The mage's barrier is strong, but we are clever. He has somehow channeled enough energy into his staff to power another set of defense portals, but he has left it out of his sight. Bring me the staff and an energy source from one of those constructs. I should be able to create just the thing we need to take that shield out.
Remember the Sunwell.
Oh, there's one of those sentinels. Get over here!
The elements will crush you.
Nope, didn't get it. There's the staff. Nope, didn't get it. There we go.
Who goes there?
We will persevere.
Excellent work. The weapon will provide the proper housing, and the magical signatures on the core will let me bypass. There you have it. One arcane nullifier. Using their weapon and magical signatures to cloak the spell, it should tear apart the shield as good as any spellbreaker would. Go teach that amateur spellslinger what it means to wage war against the Sindorai.
Salama
Got it.
Ashalanore.
Something's not quite
Right over here. Huh. Hello. Oh wait, that's right, I forgot.
Impossible.
Impossible! What have you done?
My defenses were perfect.
Oh. I kinda like my voice better. What? Impossible! What have you done? Like he's just so flabbergasted at the idea. Oh, how could you? How could such a lowborn do that to me? You know, because some of the Nightborn are a bit snobby.
Anu Belore
Good.
de la Na.
With him out of the way, we'll be able to. Oh, come on!
Farewell.
Out of here!
Our enemies will fall.
Main force arrives.
Death to all who
All
oppose
right.
us.
That's a bit extreme. Death to all who oppose us. That's a bit extreme. Wait, which reputation do I have? Yeah, it's not. It's not important.
What would you
They're
ask
alive?
of me?
Oh, that's good news. Their knowledge of the defenses will be invaluable.
Do not let outsiders interfere.
Pleasantries can wait.
Excellent. We will be able to defend our borders for now.
Al Diel Shala.
one day at a time.
Our strength grows and our enemies wane. We'll win this fight.
Suramar must be free.
Oh. Crystal cleaning. Is it this one over here that I missed earlier because they disappeared? Yep, it is.
Hello.
Destroying the crystals will stop them temporarily, but it will be meaningless if we do not deal with the person controlling the portal itself. I heard their overseer, Ingra, shouting orders for more power so that she could bring the stronger Legion lieutenants through the gate. We must stop her to truly seal the portal for good. This portal is a problem. With it, they can summon countless reserves. The crystals nearby seem to be powering the gate. If we destroy those, we can set them back significantly.
Farewell.
Hello, Ingra.
More souls to fuel the portal!
Oh, what's that? You can't cast spells now? What a shame for you!
Oh, the Infinite Legion! The portal!
Alright, get rid of these crystals. Only one guarding each of the crystals. There's like nothing protecting these crystals.
What brings you here?
Nice work. They will not be opening that portal again anytime soon. A portal that big will not be reopening anytime soon. I would say that counts as weakening their defenses.
Good luck, friend.
Alright. Yep. Back over here. Break an arm.
Aran Arcana.
The insurgents that you marshaled gave me some bad news. The Arcanists loyal to Elisand have reactivated the Arm of the Magistrix, the most powerful construct ever attempted. It raged out of control and decimated an entire district before it was disabled. Truly, they must be desperate to turn it against us. The scouts have spotted it in the Crimson Thicket to the north. We cannot allow it to reach full power if we are to succeed. Pretty sure I'm taking this thing out.
Adore.
Yeah, if you've been going through Suramar, you'll usually see this thing just kind of wandering around this pathway here. So it's one of those that it's active before it, before you get to this point in the quest line. Come on, where are you? There. No. Is that you? No, this one. Here we go. Alright, let's get my buddies out. Alright. Apparently this is a world quest. Defeat this thing. Alright, sure.
I shall dispose of you.
Really? You want to get in on this too? Alright. Actually, hold on. Alright. Now we'll head back. We didn't just take out one construct, we took out two. Got me a bit of a boost to my Nightfallen, and even my Warden's one. Though I've already taken care of that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be flying. That was one of the more, actually, I take it back because the world quests themselves are like just... The Warden's like, go kill that boss thing. And it's like, okay, sure, that's simple enough. I don't mind those. But it's a little more tasking because, of course, you don't have any quest dedicated to getting rep with the Wardens.
I am the blade
One
of the
day
light.
at a time.
We almost lost the invasion before we could begin. Good work.
We are only as
Elven
strong
problem.
as our will.
Okay, what's the, Oh, I have to go back to Shalaran.
Aran Arcana.
Alright, feed the fruit.
Suramar
Okay.
must be free.
Greetings.
There you go. Or do must to carry on.
Greetings.
Right. We have rescued many refugees, as you can see. Unfortunately, this has revealed a new problem. The Arkandor fruit is our salvation, but it does not bear enough fruit right now to cure everyone. We must rely on mana a little longer to tide the refugees over. Valtois thinks that she may have a solution. Please go speak with her and see what she plans to do. Shalaran is bursting at the seams with refugees and rebels. We practically have an army now, but not enough weapons or mana to keep everyone armed and unwithered. And in all this, Liadrin has a battery of requests. I simply do not have the time to deal with them. Will you go to her? Her growing army is hard to miss in Meridil. Speak with Liadrin. Yep.
The Shalderai will be redeemed.
Alright, what do you have, Valtois?
You may speak.
Okay. Oh, it feels so good to be my old self again. You can even see, look at that. Valtois runs the back of her hand gently across her high cheekbone. As you can see, mana is wonderful for the skin. It's good to see you. I could use a helping hand. I have a plan to feed Shalaran. Now that I am no longer starving for mana, I've had time to study ley lines in new regions. I detected an eddy of mana in the ley lines of Azuna. Oh boy. I have plenty of magic at my disposal, but we must visit the ley line in person in order to properly redirect the energy to Shalaran. Oculus has graciously offered to teleport us there, but I could use an assistant. Care to join me? Keep in mind, we're about to go back to Azuna, where the blue dragons were not that fond of the Nightfallen. So, hopefully, this doesn't go over badly.
Aran Arcana.
Why, hello.
Ready to go? I always love teleporting to a new place. Alright, let's go.
May your path be clear. Next stop, sunny Azuna. At least, it was sunny last time I checked, which was only a few thousand years ago. There we are. I am more or less locked onto the location you requested. Off you go.
And off we go! Love Oculus.
Shalasan.
That was a little terrifying. Sometimes I'm not entirely sure that Oculus knows what he's doing.
The arcane is infinite. You sought to hide, Nightfallen? I can sense
Stellagosa.
your teleportation signatures from Azure Wing.
Wait! This isn't what it looks like. We simply need to tap the... Oh, I guess it is what it looks like.
Our champion's presence is the only thing staying my hand. Speak quickly.
Yeah, remember, Stellagosa and the Blue Dragons did not have a good relationship with the Night Fallen up here in Azuna, considering that the ones up here got very crazed about mana and basically tried to kill off the dragons in order to get the mana that they had. Yeah. So we're kind of having to play peacekeeper between these two right now and try to mend the fence between them, so to speak.
Power is out there.
Back to the task at hand. Take these ley line traps. We can use the resonant energies to properly redirect the flow, but they must be placed in precise locations. I will show you where. Your friend has agreed to supervise us. Let us hope that she just stays out of the way while the professionals take care of this. Someday, Valtois, that kind of snobby attitude is going to get you in trouble someday.
Ugh, good help is so hard to find. By placing the taps on key points of the ley line, I can direct its flow.
If you are going to poke at a ley line, at least make sure it's the right spot. Try a little bit to the right.
I am not poking it, I am tapping. I suppose it could work there.
Remember, Stellagosa is a blue dragon, and blue dragons are all about, well, I guess it used to be Malagos, now it's Kalagos, the aspect of magic, but the blue dragon flight itself, they are very akin to magic itself. So it would make sense that Stellagosa would be very strong at being able to just feel or detect the magic and the ley lines and all that. Like, she has that, it's like a sixth sense for her. So it would make sense in that regard.
Anyway, moving along. The next tap should go here.
Are you sure about that placement? It would be better here.
Fine. We can do it your way. But if this entire cave ends up exploding with arcane energy, it will be on your head.
I like how it kept going back and forth. Like they were like, no, it should go here. And then the one grabs it, no, it should go here. No, it should go here. No, it should go here.
This final tap will allow me to steer the flow of energy like the rudder of a ship. Right around here should do the trick.
You can do that? Perhaps you know a thing or two after all.
My goodness. Was that a compliment?
I like how these two are slowly becoming BFFs.
Elisande was wrong to doubt our magic.
That was more infuriating than it should have been. At least her natural talents mostly matched my calculations. All done. We have but one more step and Shalaran will have all the mana it needs. Now that I have better access to the ley line, below, I can break the pool so that it will flow through properly. Given the chaotic state of this ley line, it will require all my concentration to redirect the energy. I must warn you that this will attract attention while I'm doing this. You will need to protect me while I complete the process. Speak to me when you're ready.
Run along.
Okay.
Yes. Farewell. The ritual demands my full concentration. Please ensure I am not interrupted.
Allow me to aid you. This form is ill-suited for fighting in such close quarters, and we are accompanied by a capable champion.
You may help me find the ley lines, if you must. Just try not to get in my way.
Don't worry. We also have Rhaegar and my Earth Elemental to aid us. Come on, where are they? Oh. That was it? Huh.
Shalasan Torah. The currents are chaotic. This will take time.
Whatever you plan to do it quickly. I sense the approach of something hunted.
You mean those things? Yeah, I took care of them. Right, I'm ready. Let's do it.
To doubt our magic. Almost there. Just need to hold out a little longer.
Look out, champion! It is here!
What, that hulking one? Ah, pfft. Couldn't match up against me and Rhaegar.
It is done. The flow has been redirected to Shalaran. You may speak.
Well, Shalaran will have no want of mana now.
Aran Arcana.
I must say, I am impressed. You and your friend were able to fix a ley line and you are not even dragons. You both seem exhausted by this ordeal. Allow me to help you get back home. Speak with Zaragoza right back to Shalaran. Yeah.
I must rest before we make our way back to Shalaran. That was more taxing than I expected.
You have done enough, Arcanist. I shall take you both to Shalaran. Come with me.
Aha. Alright. Why say Stelagosa slain?
Your control over such vast energies is impressive. That was no small task.
You made an excellent assistant. Your inherent knowledge of ley lines is almost as expansive as mine.
Valtois. It's almost as expensive.
The Withered must be made ready for our assault on the Nighthold. Their resistance to...
You go on ahead and inform Thalyssra. I have a few questions for our friend here.
Yes? What do you want to know?
Do you actually visualize the lines? Or is it more that you sense them? Is it a constant sensation? Or can you turn it on and off?
Oh, that's cute. Like I said, they're becoming BFFs. I still want that mount. I'm still trying to farm Malagosa for that mount. Not fully committed yet, though, like I am with getting the Ashes of Alar. Probably after I do Alar, then I'll probably focus on getting the Blue and Azure Drakes from Malagosa.
The Nightwell calls to me.
That is quite the adventure you had. Thankfully, we now have plenty of mana for the refugees. Thank you.
Anratha Adore.
Alright, so when we come back, we will be heading back to the camp to speak with Liadrin. Stay tuned.